Let me get this where I want it. Okay. So, I don't know when you guys are going to see this video. This is being filmed in the month of July. I've been wanting to, just been recording videos constantly. So if you see me look the same in each video, it's because, well, I'm pretty much doing them in the same day / night. Maybe even a little bit, a couple days apart. So there's that. As you can see, the saddest love story, or whatever this title's going to be. You know, we all have that first love that sticks with us through so many years of our lives. Some end up good, others end up bad. You know, nothing is really, I'm not too certain on the word I really want to get out, but nothing's really, I want to say written in stone for everyone, because it's not. You know, nothing is going to be guaranteed forever. And because nothing is really going to be guaranteed forever, you're going to cherish those first moments. And this is going to be my story on how I met my first and why it's a tragic ending. And where I feel about that today. So I'm going to be sharing some really deep stuff right here. Now, like I said, I don't know when you guys are going to see this video, because when I do these videos, I don't have any specific uploads in order. So whatever video I see in my video folder that comes after the next, that's what's one I click on, that's what's one I upload. So it was around this month. I've been on the 24th during registration day, which is the half a day of school. And this was back in 2005 or 2006. I want to say 2005 the most, because that's really what I remember it being, honestly. And you know, I'm not going to say the name of my first love. I'm not going to say that. It's a common name, but I'm just not going to do it out of love and respect. So please understand that right there. Going into it, there would be, it was some kind of feeling. And to give you full detail, I'm going to close my eyes, because when I do that, when I tell the story to myself in private, I can picture it a lot. So if you guys see me with my eyes closed, it's because I'm telling you guys the story. It was the summer. It was July 2005 on the 24th. It was registration day. Probably would be considered one of the best days in my life. I had on white knockoff Walmart shoes, baby blue shorts, baby blue shirt with West Coast Choppers written on it from Walmart. I had on a 50-cent chain I got from a fairground. My hair was shorter then, of course. My first love was sitting right across from me. There wasn't very many of us, though, in class. You know, it was registration day. She had on blue jeans, white shoes, white and blue striped polo, hoop earrings, ponytail. We just started giggling, and from there, we started talking a lot. We would always partner up in class, and we would play footsies for a bit, and I would let her win, so she would trap my legs, and between her legs, the memory was turning in work one time, and she came up behind me, put her arms around my neck in the back, and kissed me. I had on a black shirt with a bit of gray in it and like a gray and red skull star on the chest area. The next best memory would definitely would be, that was so sweet. This is during the time where 50 Cent was coming to Nashville for the Massacre tour. Me and her were on the computer trying to find tickets, ticket prices, because we wanted to go. I held her hand for a bit. I let it go so she could do research, We were sitting next to each other. So, I don't know, she didn't mind. I rested my hand just rubbing her legs, her thigh. We were a bit, we were in special ed class, I'm not going to lie. That's what it was. I was in 7th. She was in 8th. We sat on this great big round gray metallic ball. I think it was like a workout ball, to be honest. Sat back to back. She took my hands, wrapped it around her stomach to hold them. I miss that. Then would come one of the worst memories, at the beginning of heartbreak. I was put into a bad class I didn't want to be put in. I was upset about it. I remember going up the stairs to the old class because I just did not want to go to this new class. She turned around, she said my name, Happy, and I was wearing a red t-shirt, but it was the last time I saw her. A year later, after I got out that class, that horrible class, I did it because I wanted to see her again. And I found out she moved. Now, around that time, social media just wasn't where it was at. Or, to be honest, there really wasn't any social media. The only thing that was there was MySpace, which hardly anybody used at the time. The thing that we really went on was Instant Messenger, Cartoon Network. That was it. I think MySpace was around, but that was only for college students. It really wasn't open to the public like it is now. So there's some history right there. Trying to find her the best I could, and try to ask people who I think who would stay in contact with her, and there wasn't. Come my freshman year, my best friend since 6th grade, I asked him, did he know this person? He said, yeah, that's my cousin. So I told him the story. He put it together a couple years later why she would act the way she would, because she was trying to find me and she couldn't. You guys got to remember, even at this time, social media just really wasn't where it was at. There was YouTube, there was MySpace, but when I wrote a note for her, I gave it to him to give to her because he knew where she was. Her face, when he told me, her face lit up big time. She was supposed to write me back. Then would come the tragic news. She fell into drugs, heroin, pills. She became a runaway. But when I found out the school she went to before she fell into that, I was thinking about transferring. She would also become a runaway. She got into some serious trouble to where she had to leave out of state. I never gave up looking for her. I chose to still look the best I could. There's a moment where I gave up. One time I felt like I saw her when I was up in another city. I was in a truck. There was a school bus in front of us, and these two girls turned to turn around and chose to wave at me, but one of them looked very familiar. I wanted to say it was her. It looked like her, but I couldn't know for certain. The next time I thought I saw her, be here in town, I recognized one of them. One of them was her sister. I'm thinking the other person was her. I don't know for certain. I was on foot. I wanted to ask. I wanted to approach. I didn't know. Then, MySpace was open to the public at a time. So it just has to be her. I didn't quite know for certain. I saw the pictures and it was her. She had a child. After fully reaching out, and it took several years for her to fully respond, and when we got on the phone, she broke down a lot of things to me with what truly happened to her. I'm not going to say what they were. She fell into a lot of things. Had several kids, 5, I think 6 now, maybe 7, by different men. Somebody who just has a very bad addiction to some heavy things. We would tend to get back together. Then, she just, whatever was there just didn't last like it did, but I broke things down to her still. With how I feel, she's lost now. A lot that was going on for the past 3 years now. I could only take so much until a month ago I just had to stop all communications. You can't help to save somebody if they don't want it. Like I said, I don't want to say what we caught up on with what she told me why she left. I do know throughout a good majority of a long time she was looking for me. There's always going to be that love there for her. It ended not too good. You're unhappy with who you're trying to be with, even though you're talking to me and fucking with me. In that sense. You're still falling into the same thing. I still have the shirt that I first met her with, and I told her I showed her. That's how it ends, it, on a sad note. When I first found out from her cousin what happened to now, the person I knew died, and what's left is this rotting corpse per se, a lost soul. Maybe one day we'll be reunited in a better life, happier, but in the end, the victim here is her, and the broken heart one is me. But I'm always gonna have those memories. That's what counts. We coming up probably in the next couple weeks. On the 24th would be our 16-year anniversary. I still count it. You know, I might be with somebody now, been together for 5 years, and I was still talking to who I refound with these past 3 years. My heart will always belong to my first. It will. So, it's my story.